And now we've got questions which involve multiplication and division. Now, importantly, the rules for multiplication and division are quite different from addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction, think of the number line. Multiplication and division, these are your rules right here. Multiplying positive by a positive, you get a positive result. Multiply a negative by a negative, you get a positive result. But if you're multiplying a positive by a negative, you get a negative. That's the same thing when you're dividing. So, bearing that in mind, the way to go about multiplying and dividing positive and negative numbers is forget about the positive and negative bits. Just do the multiplication pretending they are normal whole numbers, and then work out what sign your answer is going to be. Work out if your final answer is going to be positive or negative. So here we've got minus 4 times 5. Now what I would do is forget about that for a moment. I'll just go 4 5s are 20. But because we're multiplying a negative number by a positive, I know my answer is going to be negative. Negative 3 times negative 6. Forget about the minuses for a minute. Just work out how big the answer is going to be. 3 6s are 18. Now is my answer going to be positive or negative? I'm multiplying a negative by a negative, so that gives me a positive answer. Positive 18 is correct. You could leave it like that, or you can put a plus in there if you want to. There's no need to. 12 divide by minus 3. Do the division as normal numbers. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. And then you ask yourself, is it going to be positive or negative? We've got a positive divided by a negative. That's got to be a negative answer. Negative 14 divided by negative 2. Well, 14 divided by 2 is 7. Now because I've got a negative divided by a negative, my answer is positive, and so that's my answer right there. Now you have some questions where BODMAS calculations will come into it. Remember questions which involve brackets, you always do the brackets first. And then apart from that, if you've got questions where you've got mixed operations in them, we've got multiplications and divisions in the same question as additions and subtractions, we always do multiplication and division first before the addition and subtraction if there's no brackets. So in this question here there is brackets, so we'll do those brackets first. We've got minus 5 times minus 2, and 5 2s are 10, and because it's minus times a minus, it'll be a plus. So all of that will come out and it will work out to be a plus. I'll just put my equals down here. It's better. So we'll have 6 times by negative 2 plus 10. Now we've got now we have got the situation where we've got multiplication and plus in the same question. Where that's the case, you always do the multiplication first. So we're going to have to do this bit first and then plus the 10. 6 times negative 2. 6 2s are 12, and because it's a plus times a minus, that will be minus 12 plus 10. Now, to do this, it's addition question. Think of the number line. You're at minus 12 on the number line, you add 10, we're going to end up at negative 2. This one here, do your brackets first. So 3 plus negative 7. Where it's an addition question, we're thinking about the number line. 3 plus negative 7 is the same thing as 3 take away 7, combining those two symbols. 3 take away 7 on the number line, minus 4. 6 times by negative 4. Okay, and now we've just got two numbers multiplied together, so don't worry about that sign there for a moment, just go 6 4s are 24, but because one's plus and one's minus, our answer is going to be minus 24. And this one here, in this question here, we've got multiplication and addition in the one question. So when that's the case, always do your multiplication bits first. It's as if you've got invisible brackets around those. So 6 3s are 18. The question becomes 18 plus -7. Now, this here we've got two symbols together, plus -7. We can think of that as just being -7. So it's 18 take away 7. Answer is 11.